What if I told you that there is this revolutionary way to lose weight fast and skyrocket your motivation? Not being aware of this may be the very reason why you're trapped in excess fat, just like I was. This hidden treasure lies in the pursuit of dopamine, the motivation hormone. But wait, dopamine is why you get addicted, right? Yes, but by applying what I'm about to tell you, you can make dopamine your ally instead of your enemy and find boundless energy to finally shed those unwanted pounds and skyrocket your personal growth. Have you heard about the dopamine detox? It really isn't what most people think. Everyone who goes on this dopamine detox reports feeling more focused, more motivated, and as a result, much happier, which means they're actually bathing in dopamine.
You are done.
In 2020, I lost all my income and I was very lost in life. To cope with the uncertainty, I turned to an old vice, nicotine. At first, I really welcomed the pain-numbing effect that nicotine and junk food provided. Then suddenly, I remembered a story about a man who was crushed by the death of his wife, who found a superpower by going into the extreme cold. As dopamine started rushing through my veins, I felt this insane surge of energy and bliss. My cravings for nicotine and junk food felt completely alien to me, and I had the motivation to conquer the world. For a while, that is. My entire life, I believed so strongly that I would never need meditation. Actually, the first time that I tried it, I had to go throw up. It was that bad. But when I lost all my income and I felt so lost in life, I decided to give it another shot. Surprisingly, while I was trying to meditate for a pile of money to appear in my bank account, I found a powerful realization. I had unknowingly entered a prison of my own mind, believing that all the thoughts that were coming in were based in reality and truth, when in reality, most thoughts are just mental illusions. When I found the stillness of the present moment, my thoughts vanished. And along with the thoughts, the negative emotions as well. Dopamine levels change like a ride on a roller coaster. The higher the peak, the bigger the drop. And when you peak that high and drop that low, that's when your motivation and your life force energy really takes a hit. In this modern world, we have access to activities that will skyrocket dopamine higher and faster than ever before in human history, leading to euphoric highs and devastating lows that our brains are probably not very well equipped to deal with. Processed food and sugar spike our dopamine super fast, but it also drops it real fast too, after a few seconds, which is why when you take one piece, you just want more and more to recreate that feeling of happiness and fulfillment that you got from the first piece, but it never happens. So how do we fix this? Well, the most efficient way would be to stop doing these activities that boost our dopamine super high unnaturally too often. And instead we can do all kinds of healthy dopamine boosting activities that will get us very satisfied, but without the devastating lows. Growing up, I struggled finding a hobby that gave me satisfaction. I quit all kinds of sports, left and right, because I couldn't become the best in the world overnight. But later in life, I decided to join the gym. And disappointed about my past decisions, I decided never to quit again. For the first time, I was able to see how my hard work and effort was paying off. And I started to fall in love with the process, and over a decade later, I still find myself going to the gym. You will find losing weight so much easier if you're able to convince yourself that the journey of losing weight is much more important and much more powerful than reaching the goal of your ideal body weight. Because the journey is what is gonna make you a better person. But John, I just can't seem to gather the willpower. A powerful tactic that really works for many people is right as you're about to reach for the thing that you're craving, you pause and you bring your awareness to the present moment by focusing on your breath. And you just sit with yourself and your feelings for a little while. And a lot of times, the feeling, the craving, will diminish and you'll be able to resist. Initially, with an untrained willpower, this pausing method may not work. So you want to replace and overwrite that craving for this quick dopamine with another powerful dopamine releasing activity. For example, jumping in a cold shower or doing intense breath work or doing the Wim Hof method. You don't want to be using this tactic for too long because you're replacing one thing with another. But it could be a powerful tool and a crutch to use while you're in the weakest stages in the beginning of your journey. A morning routine you can start applying right now is getting up in the morning and doing something challenging, like a cold shower, exercising, intense breath work. This will boost healthy dopamine levels for hours on end. Doing this in the morning builds momentum and increases your chances of being able to resist temptation and cravings later on in the day. You also want to do your best to clear your house of free dopamine inducing temptations. But what if none of these things work for me? This is the most important part of this video, and if you don't learn this, you will be stuck for a long time. We have to face the fact that we cannot avoid feeling pain and suffering and going through inner turmoil. Sometimes the only way through the feeling that you're going through is to weather the storm. You just have to endure it for a little while. If we keep running away when this discomfort comes and we keep self-medicating with cheap dopamine, we will never ever get better. It is a universal truth of life that doing the easy things will never lead to progress and happiness. It is hard, the difficult things that do that. We still need to look at ourselves in a proper way. And so you can click here and watch this video to learn more about how to view ourselves and how to accept ourselves for success. All right, guys, peace out.